Malala Yousafzai, full story. Early life. I was born on July 12, 1997, in Pakistan. I grew up in a beautiful place called the Swat Valley. The valley was full of green mountains, fresh air, and clear rivers. In spring, flowers covered the land. People often called it a peaceful paradise. My home was simple, but it was full of love. My father, Ziauddin, was a teacher. He believed strongly in education. He did not think only boys should go to school. He believed girls should learn too. This was not common in many places around us. My mother was gentle and caring. She did not go to school when she was young, but she understood how important education was. She always supported me. A special beginning. When I was born, some people were not happy. In some cultures, people prefer boys. But my father was different. He celebrated my birth. He named me Malala, after a brave girl in history. He believed I would also be strong. From the beginning, he treated me like an equal. He gave me confidence. Love for learning. I grew up in a school environment. My father had his own school. I spent many days there. I loved the sound of students reading. I loved writing in notebooks. I loved learning new words. School was not just a place for me, it was my second home. While other children played outside, I often stayed in the classroom. I watched my father teach. I listened carefully. I wanted to be like him. Dreams and curiosity. As a child, I had many dreams. Sometimes I wanted to be a doctor, sometimes a teacher. But one thing was always clear. I wanted to learn. I was curious about everything. Why is the sky blue? Why do people fight? Why can't all children go to school? These questions stayed in my mind. A confident voice. I was not a silent child. I liked to speak. I shared my opinions, even when I was young. My father encouraged me. He never told me to stay quiet. Instead, he said, "Your voice matters." This gave me strength. Change in the valley. But slowly, life in the Swat Valley began to change. A group called the Taliban became stronger. At first, people did not understand the danger, but soon things became serious. They made strict rules. They spoke on the radio. They told people how to live. New rules. The Taliban said many things. Girls should not go to school. Women should stay at home. Music and television were not allowed. Fear started to grow. People were afraid to speak. Families were worried. Schools under threat. The most painful change was about schools, especially girls' schools. Some schools were closed, some were destroyed. Imagine waking up one day and your school is gone. For many girls, this became reality. Friends of mine stopped coming to class. Their families were too afraid. A difficult situation. I could see fear everywhere. But inside me, something was different. I felt sadness, but also anger. Why should girls not learn? Why should we stay silent? I did not agree with these rules. A secret voice. When I was 11 years old, I got a special opportunity. I started writing a diary for the BBC. I used a different name. I wrote about my life under Taliban rule. I wrote about fear, school closures, and my dreams. I wrote honestly. People around the world started reading my words, speaking out. Later, I began to speak in public. I gave interviews. I talked about girls' education. I said, "Education is our basic right." Some people supported me. They admired my courage, but others were angry. Growing danger. The Taliban noticed me. They did not like my voice. They believed girls should be silent. They believed I was doing something wrong. Threats began. People warned my family. A father's support. My father knew the risks, but he did not stop me. He stood by my side. He said, "We cannot stay silent in the face of injustice." His support made me stronger. A strong belief. Even in fear, I believed in one thing. One child, one teacher, one book, and one pen can change the world. This idea lived in my heart. It gave me courage. A day like any other. Then came a day that started like any other. It was October 2012. I went to school. I studied with my friends. We laughed and talked. After school, we got on the bus. We were going home. It felt like a normal day, but everything was about to change. The school bus. It was October 9th, 2012. The school day was over. My friends and I got on the bus to go home. We were tired but happy. We talked about homework. We laughed and shared stories. For us, it felt like a normal afternoon, but something dangerous was waiting for us. The attack. Suddenly, the bus stopped. Two men stepped into the road. One of them came inside the bus. He asked a question. He said, "Who is Malala?" For a moment, everything became quiet. Some girls looked at me. The man saw my face. Then he raised a gun. A terrible moment. He shot me. The bullet hit my head. Two other girls were also injured. Everything happened in seconds. The bus became full of fear and confusion. My friends were screaming. Teachers and students rushed to help. Fighting for life. I was taken quickly to a hospital in Pakistan. Doctors worked hard to save me. My condition was very serious. Many people were worried. Soon the news spread around the world. People everywhere heard my story. The world responded. Millions of people were shocked. Why would someone attack a girl for going to school? People from many countries sent prayers and support. Leaders, teachers, and students spoke about me. They said my story showed the importance of education. A journey to the United Kingdom. Because my injuries were very serious, doctors decided to move me to another hospital. I was taken to Birmingham in the United Kingdom. There, doctors continued my treatment. They performed many surgeries. My family joined me in the UK. Slowly, step by step, I began to recover. A miracle recovery. The road was long and difficult. I had to learn many things again. I had medical treatments and therapy, but I was alive, and I still had my voice. Many people called it a miracle. Speaking again. When I became stronger, I started to speak again. But this time, my voice reached the whole world. People everywhere wanted to hear my message. My message was simple. Girls have the right to education. I said that fear should not stop us from learning. Back to school. Even after everything that happened, I returned to school. Education was still my dream. I wanted to continue learning. I also wanted other girls to have the same chance. A symbol of courage. After the attack, many people saw me as a symbol of courage. Students held signs with my name. Schools organized events to support girls' education. My story became a global movement. But inside, I was still the same girl, a girl who loved books, a girl who believed in learning. A new mission. The attack did not silence me. Instead, it made my voice stronger. I decided that I would spend my life fighting for education, not only in Pakistan, but for girls everywhere. A voice for millions. I realized something important. There are millions of girls in the world who cannot go to school. Some face poverty. Some face war. Some face discrimination. I wanted to speak for them. Hope after darkness. The attack was meant to stop me, but it did the opposite. It showed the world the power of education, and it showed that even one young voice can start a global conversation. A voice on the world stage. After my recovery, my story reached people all around the world. Many invited me to speak, but one moment was very special. On July 12, 2013, my 16th birthday, I spoke at the United Nations. It was my first big speech after the attack. People from many countries were there. Leaders, students, and teachers listened. The famous speech. I stood in front of the world. I was nervous but strong. I did not speak with anger. I spoke with hope. I said something very important. One child, one teacher, one book, and one pen can change the world. These words became famous. People shared them everywhere. Message of peace. I also said something surprising. I did not hate the man who shot me. I said, I do not even hate the Taliban who shot me. I believed in forgiveness. I believed that education is stronger than violence. This message touched millions of hearts. The Malala Fund. After that, I started a new mission. I helped create the Malala Fund. Its goal is simple: give every girl the chance to go to school. The organization works in many countries. It helps girls get education and build better futures. Traveling the world. I began traveling to different countries. I met leaders and spoke in important places. I visited schools. I talked to girls about their dreams. I listened to their stories. Everywhere I went, I saw the same thing. Girls want to learn. Nobel Peace Prize. In 2014, something amazing happened. I received the Nobel Peace Prize. I was only 17 years old. I became the youngest Nobel Prize winner in history. This was not just for me, it was for all girls who want education. A shared victory. When I accepted the prize, I said, "This award is for those forgotten children who want education." I reminded the world that many girls are still waiting for a chance. Continuing education. Even with all this work, I did not forget my own education. I continued going to school. Later, I studied at Oxford University. I balanced my studies and my mission because I believe learning never stops. A global symbol. People started to see me as a symbol of courage, but I always say, I am just one girl. There are many others like me. Girls who are strong, girls who dream, girls who want a better future. A clear mission. My mission is still the same. Every girl should go to school. Every child should have a future. Education should be a right, not a privilege. Power of one voice. My story shows something important. One voice can make a difference, even a young voice, even a small voice. If you believe in something, you can speak. A new chapter. After many years of hard work, I continued my education. I studied at Oxford University in the United Kingdom. I chose to study philosophy, politics, and economics. It was not easy. I had to balance my studies and my global work, but education was always my priority, because I believe learning gives us power. Life today. Today, I still work for the same mission. I travel to different countries. I meet leaders, teachers, and students. I speak about education and equality. Through the Malala Fund, we help girls go to school. We support programs in many parts of the world. Supporting girls everywhere. Many girls still face problems: poverty, war, early marriage, lack of schools. I want to change this. I want every girl to have a chance, because when a girl learns, she can change her life, and she can change her community. My belief. My message has never changed. Education is a basic human right. It should not depend on where you are born. It should not depend on your gender. Every child deserves to learn. Choosing hope, not hate. People often ask me, are you still afraid? The answer is, sometimes yes, but fear does not control me. I choose hope. I choose courage. I choose to continue. More than one story. People know my name, but I always say, this is not only my story. There are millions of girls who are still waiting for education. Their voices matter too. A simple truth. My journey started with a simple idea. Girls should go to school. This idea changed my life, and it continues to change the world. A last message. If you are watching this, remember, your voice matters, your dreams matter, your education matters. No matter who you are, you can make a difference. The story continues. My story is not finished. Every day new challenges come, but every day new hope also grows. As long as there are children without education, my work will continue. If you enjoyed this story, please like and subscribe to the channel. More inspiring stories are coming. Thank you for listening.